Have you ever woken up in the morning and the first thing you felt wasn't the warmth of sunlight, but a dull, nagging ache in your knee? Do the stairs in your own home, the ones you've climbed for years, suddenly feel like your enemy, as if your knee might give out with each step? Or maybe after sitting for a while, you find yourself needing to push off with your hands just to stand. If any of this sounds familiar, please don't ignore it. Because joint pain and weakness aren't just signs of aging. They're quiet signals from within that your body is beginning to wear down, and without proper care, you could slowly lose one of life's greatest gifts, the ability to walk on your own. At 68, Linda used to start each morning with a quiet joy, a walk around the small park near her home. It was her time to feel free, breathing in the crisp morning air, waving to familiar faces, and letting the birdsong whisper comfort to her aging soul. But then one morning, something changed. She paused mid-step. A sharp pain shot through her left knee like a sudden jab from within. Linda gently rubbed it, tried to push forward, but the ache clung to her with every stride. Probably just the morning chill, she told herself. But the next day and the day after, the pain lingered until one day she looked at her favorite walking shoes and quietly tucked them away into the closet. That was when things began to shift. She found herself hesitating to leave the house. Climbing stairs left her breathless. Even standing in the kitchen too long made her knees throb. It was a feeling she never expected to face. Dependence creeping in through a single aching joint. Linda wasn't lazy, and she certainly wasn't fragile. She simply never imagined that one small knee could slow down the rest of her life. So what exactly is happening inside the body when joint pain begins to show up more often, sometimes even without injury? Why do the knees ache more after a short walk or the hips feel stiff just getting out of bed in the morning? The truth is, joint pain in our later years isn't just about aging. It's about what's changing inside the body. Over time, slowly, quietly, and often unnoticed. As we get older, our bodies face a natural increase in oxidative stress, a process that damages our cells, including the soft tissues in our joints. According to experts at Harvard Health, this is one of the key reasons why joints become inflamed, stiff, or painful. The good news is that certain nutrients called antioxidants can help you. Found in colorful vegetables and fruits like berries and leafy greens, these antioxidants act like natural cleansers, helping to protect and repair joint tissues by fighting inflammation from the inside out. Another important factor is blood circulation. Doctors at the Cleveland Clinic have found that natural compounds like nitrates, which are especially high in foods like beets and spinach, can help blood vessels relax and open up. This improves blood flow to the joints, delivering more oxygen and nutrients where they're needed. When circulation improves, your joints feel more supported, more flexible, and less sore. Imagine it like oiling a door hinge. It moves more smoothly with less resistance. There's also something many people overlook, the role of fiber and minerals, especially magnesium and potassium. These aren't just good for digestion. They help reduce bad cholesterol and keep inflammation levels lower throughout the body, and less inflammation often means less joint pain. This isn't guesswork. It's been shown in studies published by trusted medical journals like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Have you ever noticed that after a salty or heavy meal, your body feels stiffer the next morning, or that your knees seem more sensitive during certain weather changes? That's your body's way of speaking to you. And if you've experienced that, you're not alone. Millions of older adults are going through the same thing quietly every day. But here's the hopeful part. You're not powerless. You don't have to live in pain or rely only on pills to feel better. Sometimes the most meaningful changes begin with something as simple as a daily salad, a glass of beet juice, or 5 extra minutes of gentle movement. If this is something you've noticed in your own life, I invite you to share your experience in the comments below. What have you tried that helped ease your joint pain? Your story might just help someone else today. And stay with me because in the next part of this video, we're going to explore 5 simple, powerful things you can do each day to ease joint pain and regain mobility. No expensive treatments, no harsh medications, just everyday habits that work with care, patience, and a little hope. Now that we understand what's happening inside the body, you might be wondering, what can I do about it? The good news is you don't need fancy equipment or drastic changes. In fact, some of the most powerful things you can do for your joints are surprisingly simple, starting with this first habit. Let's begin with something familiar, walking. But not just any kind of walking. Short, gentle walks each day, done the right way, can become one of your best allies in protecting your joints. The key here isn't to push yourself harder, but to walk smarter. Many older adults think that the more they walk, the better. But experts in geriatric medicine, including those at the National Institute on Aging, warn that overdoing it, especially without warming up, can actually place extra stress on already sensitive knees and hips. The goal isn't distance, but consistency and technique. Before any walks, start with a few simple warm-up movements. Gentle ankle rolls, slow leg swings, or just marching in place for 1 minute can wake up your joints and muscles. It tells your body, we're about to move, let's get ready. These little steps can help prevent stiffness and reduce the risk of injury. And here's something many people overlook when you walk in the early morning sunlight. You're also helping your bones. Just 10 to 15 minutes of gentle sun exposure helps your skin produce vitamin D, which plays a vital role in calcium absorption and bone strength. According to the American Geriatric Society, low vitamin D levels are linked to increased risk of fractures and joint pain in older adults. So your morning walk can become a quiet healing ritual, not just for your body, but also for your mind. Now you might ask yourself, when was the last time I walked outside just to enjoy the light without rushing or checking my phone? And if walking has become painful lately, perhaps it's not about stopping, but about adjusting how you do it. Could a shorter, slower route with a warm-up be your new starting point? If this sounds like something you're willing to try, let me know in the comments. Even writing, starting tomorrow, could be your first step toward change. Your words might inspire someone else who's feeling stuck. And don't worry, we're just getting started. In the next part of this journey, we'll explore another daily habit that doesn't involve walking at all, but can make a world of difference in how stable and confident you feel with every step. So stay with me. You're not just watching a video, you're taking your health back one small step at a time. Now that we've explored the power of a mindful, gentle walk, let's turn our attention inward to what we put into our bodies. Because sometimes the key to easing joint pain isn't in how we move, but in how we nourish the very tissues that support our movement. Habit number 2 is all about feeding your joints from within through the help of omega-3s and collagen. You may have heard of these before, but let's take a moment to truly understand why they matter, especially after age 60. According to the National Institutes of Health, omega-3 fatty acids found in fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, as well as in chia seeds and flax seeds, are powerful natural anti-inflammatories. They help calm the inflammation that often builds up in the joints, causing stiffness, swelling, and pain. In fact, studies have shown that omega-3s can reduce symptoms of arthritis and even decrease the need for certain pain medications in older adults. And then there's collagen, the protein that acts like the glue holding our joints together. As we age, our bodies naturally produce less collagen, which is why joints may start to feel weaker or more brittle. But the good news is, collagen can be gently replenished through foods like bone broth or through high-quality supplements recommended by your doctor. Some research even shows that collagen, when combined with vitamin C, can help rebuild cartilage and improve joint function over time. Now, I understand trying something new, even a simple supplement, can feel overwhelming. But ask yourself this. What if adding a spoonful of flaxseed to your oatmeal or enjoying a bowl of warm bone broth could bring just a little more ease to your mornings? And for those who prefer supplements, you're not alone. Many seniors take omega-3 or collagen in capsule or powder form. Just be sure to check with your healthcare provider to find what's right for your needs. Have you ever tried any of these for your joints? Did you notice a difference? I'd love to hear your experience in the comments. Your story could inspire someone who's still searching for a place to start. In the next part of our journey, we'll explore something that may seem simple, but is often overlooked. It doesn't come in a bottle or a capsule, but it has the power to bring fluidity, grace, and relief to your joints. Let's keep going. You're doing great. After nourishing your joints from within, let's shift to something your body will thank you for. Immediately movement that soothes, not strains. This brings us to our third habit, gentle stretching, light yoga, or Tai Chi. And no, you don't have to be flexible or athletic to begin. This isn't about twisting your body into a pretzel or performing perfect poses. It's about creating just a little more space inside your joints, inside your breath, and inside your daily routine. You see, as we age, our joints don't just wear down, they also stiffen. You may have felt it yourself waking up in the morning, and for the first few minutes, your body just doesn't want to move. Your knees resist. Bending your shoulders, feel tight, and even turning your neck to look behind you becomes harder than it used to be. According to the American Geriatric Society, one of the simplest ways to reduce this stiffness is through gentle, regular stretching. Just 5 to 10 minutes of slow, intentional movement each day can increase circulation, improve your range of motion, and even reduce joint pain over time. Yoga and Tai Chi are particularly helpful not because they're trendy, but because they focus on controlled movement, deep breathing, and balance. These practices aren't about pushing through pain, but about listening to your body. Many seniors find that a few light stretches in the morning or a short Tai Chi session in the garden becomes the most peaceful and healing part of their day. You don't need a mat or special clothing to begin. You can stretch while sitting in a chair, you can do shoulder rolls at the kitchen counter, or gently twist your torso while seated to keep your spine mobile. What matters most is consistency and kindness to your body. Imagine starting your morning not with pain and stiffness, but with movement that flows like water. Slow, calm, and grounding. Isn't that worth a few minutes of your time? Have you ever tried stretching or Tai Chi? How did it make you feel afterward? If not, would you be open to adding just one gentle movement to your morning routine? Tomorrow. You can let us know in the comments. Your experience might give someone else the courage to start. Coming up next, we'll talk about something so simple, yet often overlooked: hydration and weight balance. These two little things can make a world of difference in how your joints feel day in and day out. So stay with me. Every small step brings you closer to a life with less pain and more ease. Now that we've explored how gentle movement can free up your joints, let's talk about two simple but powerful factors that often get overlooked: hydration and healthy weight. They may not sound exciting, but they play a major role in how your joints feel each and every day. Let's start with hydration. Your joints are like soft, well-oiled hinges. What keeps them gliding smoothly is a substance called synovial fluid, and that fluid is made mostly of water. When your body is dehydrated, even just slightly, this fluid can decrease and your joints may begin to feel dry, stiff, or even achy, especially in the knees, hips, and lower back. That's why doctors who specialize in aging and arthritis often recommend a simple but effective routine. Drink a full glass of water first thing in the morning, even before your coffee. It helps rehydrate your system after sleep and gives your joints what they need to start moving more comfortably. Throughout the day, sipping water, especially between meals, can support joint function, energy, and circulation. Now let's gently touch on the topic of weight, not in terms of appearance, but in terms of pressure. According to the Arthritis Foundation, for every extra pound a person carries, there's about 4 pounds of added pressure on the knees when walking. That means just 5 extra pounds. Could feel like 20 pounds to your joints. Over time, this added strain can wear down cartilage and make everyday movements more painful than they need to be. But here's the hopeful part: even small changes can lead to big relief. Studies show that losing just 5 to 10% of body weight can significantly reduce joint pain and improve mobility. You don't need to aim for perfection, just progress in the habits we've talked about so far. Gentle walking, nourishing foods, stretching can all support this journey naturally. Ask yourself, am I drinking enough water each day? Could my joints be asking for more support from the inside out? And are there small changes I could make, not to change how I look, but to feel more free in my body again? If this part of the message speaks to you, let us know in the comments with a simple "working on it." Your honesty might be the gentle encouragement someone else needs to start their own path toward joint relief. In our next and final daily habit, we'll look at something many people underestimate: rest, not just sleep, but the way your body recovers and protects itself when it's warm, relaxed, and truly at ease. And believe it or not, it might be the missing piece in your journey to less pain and more peace. Let's keep going. You're doing something good for yourself today. After movement, nutrition, and hydration, there's one final daily habit we often overlook, but it's just as essential to joint health as any supplement or stretch. That habit is rest. Specifically, getting enough quality sleep and keeping your joints warm, especially during the early morning and at night. Let's start with sleep. You've probably noticed that when you have a bad night, tossing, turning, or waking up too early, your body often feels more sore the next day. That's not just your imagination. According to research published by the National Institutes of Health, sleep deprivation is linked to increased inflammation in the body. Inflammation is one of the key drivers behind joint pain, swelling, and stiffness. Without adequate rest, your body simply doesn't have the time or energy to repair tissues or regulate its immune responses. That's why doctors who specialize in geriatric health often remind their patients, sleep isn't a luxury, it's part of your treatment. So what does good sleep look like? For most older adults, 7 to 8 hours a night is ideal, but quality matters just as much as quantity. Creating a peaceful bedtime routine like turning off screens, drinking a warm herbal tea, or listening to soft music can help your body transition gently into deeper, more healing sleep. Now let's talk about warmth. Joints don't like the cold, especially aging joints. When temperatures drop suddenly, or when we sit or sleep in a chilly room, our muscles tend to tighten and our joints stiffen. This is why so many people say their arthritis acts up during the winter months or first thing in the morning. Keeping your joints warm can help protect against this stiffness. Something as simple as wearing cozy socks to bed, using a warm compress on your knees or shoulders before sleep, or placing an extra blanket over your legs in the early morning can make a real difference. According to rheumatologists, gentle warmth improves circulation, relaxes muscles, and can reduce the perception of pain, all without medication. Ask yourself, have I been giving my body the rest and warmth it needs to heal? And is there one small thing I can do tonight, just one, to support my joints while I sleep? If this part resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. You can write something simple in the comments like, starting tonight, I'll try it. Your small intention may spark healing not just for you, but for someone else watching this video who needs a little hope. And now, as we bring everything together, let's reflect on what all 5 habits have in common. They're gentle, they're doable, and they remind us that healing doesn't have to be loud or fast. It just has to be steady. In the next section, we'll wrap up with one heartfelt question for you, and a reminder that you're not in this alone. Now let me ask you something gently from one soul to another. Have you been waking up with stiff joints that take time to loosen? Do your knees hesitate at the stairs? Or maybe your hips ache a little more when the weather turns cold and damp? If you nodded your head even silently, you're not alone. So many others are feeling the same thing right now, quietly pushing through the discomfort, trying to stay strong. But here's the beautiful truth. Even small, gentle changes can make a difference. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to begin slowly, steadily, with kindness to yourself. I'd love to hear from you. What has helped you ease your joint pain? Even just a little. Have you tried walking in the morning sun, adding more water to your day, a warm compress at bedtime? Please feel free to share your experience in the comments below. You never know who might read your words and feel encouraged just knowing they're not walking this road alone. Remember, your joints may heal slowly, but with care and consistency, they can heal deeply. One thoughtful habit at a time. So let's take a quiet moment together and breathe. Today we walked through 5 simple, gentle habits that can ease joint pain and bring more comfort into your daily life. We talked about mindful walking, nourishing your body with omega-3, and collagen stretching with love, staying hydrated, managing weight with care, and resting well, especially while keeping your joints warm. None of these are loud or complicated. They're just quiet. Acts of self-respect. Little things that over time help you feel stronger, steadier, and more connected to your body. So here's my gentle reminder to you, dear friend. Treat your joints like a garden you've tended for years. Water it, care for it, keep it warm, and most of all, be patient with it. You don't have to wait for the pain to become unbearable before you begin. Healing begins with one small, consistent choice. Maybe that choice is today. If this video touched you or reminded you of someone you love, please share it with them, because everyone deserves to grow older with dignity, comfort, and ease. And if you found this helpful, I invite you kindly to tap the like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to WiseElders. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss another moment of wisdom, care, and encouragement. Made just for you. Thank you for being here, for taking this time for yourself. Until next time, stay gentle, stay hopeful, and keep moving forward one step at a time.